Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. All Things Middle-earth here with a video for you on the weekly update for The Lord of the Rings: The Rise to War. This is the update for November 17th. We're going to look at the patch notes as well as the 4 confirmed characters for Season 2. So stay tuned and we're going to get right into it. Alright, if for some reason you have not heard, there have been 4 commanders confirmed for Season 2. I'm going to quickly go over those commanders and what their description is based on what was released in the main Discord. And as soon as we have more information on what their kits might look like, what they might best be used for, how they'll be obtained, all the things like that, I'll be sure to post videos on those characters. So make sure you're following here on YouTube to stay up to date with all the information of Season 2 as it continues to come out. But first up, we have Thorin Oakenshield. It says, Thorin Oakenshield is a great king of the dwarves. His quest to reclaim the Lonely Mountain proved successful with the help of Gandalf, his own siblings and friends, and an unlikely hobbit. So that's the description for Thorin there. Next, we have Eledin, which is one of Elrond's sons. With his twin brother Elrohir, he helped the Rangers of the North counter the plans of Sauron in Eriador. Not sure if in the future we'll be getting his twin brother. I feel like it would make sense, but right now we just have this one announced. Next, we have Ruthiel, a very interesting one here. The exiled wife of King Taranon Falastur, not sure if I said that right, the 12th king of Gondor in the early time of the Third Age. She's unique for having 10 cats, 9 black cats, and 1 white cat, and she would use dark magic to use the cats to spy on her subjects, and then use the white cat to spy on the black cats. Just a very interesting character that I was surprised to see, but confirmed coming to Rise to War. And then lastly, but not least, we have Imrahil. Imrahil, also known as Prince Imrahil, was the 22nd prince of Dol Amroth. He had 2 older sisters, Irviniel and Findulias. His daughter Lothriel wedded Eomer, king of Rohan, in the last year of the Third Age. So those are the 4 commanders we have. I apologize in advance if I butchered some of the names. Tried my best to pronounce those accurately, but those are the 4 commanders so far confirmed to come to Rise to War for Season 2, and that's kind of all we know at this time. So with those out of the way, we're going to move on to the update, look at the patch notes. There's one thing I want to focus on more than the other things because I think it has the biggest impact on the game, and I'd love to hear your feedback in the comments below. And that thing is the adjustment to the Mathem exchange and respect item, which is the first thing on the list. So number 1 here, it says after the update, you'll be able to exchange flawless respect item for Mathem Vouchers. So previously, you could only go green through purple. You could exchange those items for Mathem Vouchers and then use those to kind of re-roll and get more items. Now you can exchange flawless ones, so you can use any commander gifts tier 1 through 3. Number 2, in the Mathem exchange, the option to exchange Mathem Vouchers for specific items has been added. These items refresh every 24 hours. This is absolutely huge. So again, what that all means is if you go to the exchange, click the second page right here, you can get these Mathem Vouchers from turning in different items. Previously, it was only Superior, Fine, and Exquisite. Now they've added Flawless, so you can exchange everything, and you can get points for those. And with those points, you can buy these Commander gift packs, or previously you could buy these Commander gift packs where you would have a chance of getting anything. So it's kind of just re-rolling stuff, not the best use of those things. Now, as you see here on this page, they've added specific items that every 24 hours will refresh. So that means you can save all your commander items and get things you need for specific commanders. So the big question here is, are they going to, with this update, give players the option to refund items they've already given to tier 3 commanders? Now, maybe this won't be a big deal and we'll look back on it and it won't matter. But if you're like me, I have, played and spent some money. Maybe you haven't spent money. Maybe you just have played and are free to play. But regardless, there are probably commanders you have given items to that you haven't unlocked. And if now given the choice, you'd probably choose to trade those items for a commander that you are going for instead of having them all over the place. So for me, it's a more significant number, like 5,700 commander respect. Now, obviously, it's not going to transfer 1 respect for 1 respect. It's a little over 2 respect items to trade for a specific one. But still, if I could combine all this respect and for example, get my Undying up to respect 5, I would do that in a heartbeat. So it'd be really nice if they added that feature. I'm not sure if they will. There's not been really any word on it. So If it is something you'd like to see, if you'd like to let them refund character gift items, maybe if the character hasn't been unlocked, it can be refunded. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. If that would be game breaking in any way, or if it would just be a nice gesture to allow, now that this is the new way of doing things, which I think is fantastic. Again, before there was nothing else to do with tier 3 gifts. So you just give them to your commanders and move on with your life. Now there is another option, and I wished that I had saved all of my items. So again, be curious what everyone thinks about that. But moving on from there, we have Tavern Tips Optimizations. The first one is after the first refresh per day, tips awarding gold will no longer appear. So again, you can look through these tips here. I've refreshed it once, and tips containing gold will no longer appear. Just don't worry about the creepy blue stacks glitches. I know this is giving you all nightmares, but just ignore that. So again, you won't get tips that give you gold, like 10,000, 20,000 gold after a refresh. I don't really think that's a huge deal. Maybe people like getting respect more. Respect is permanent, so I guess that is a better thing. Number 2, there will be a chance for a new type of merchant to appear in the tavern, trading equipment for equipment fragments. Another very, very good thing. So just how sometimes there's a commander or a tavern guest here who you can pay gems to buy an item, you'll now be able to use your equipment fragments just like you can in the exchange to buy an item there. So just more ways to get specific things you're looking for to refine specific items, which is going to be really, really helpful. The next thing, this one hurt me a little bit, but the Witch King of Angmar's tips no longer require 2 undead commanders. Now, previously for the Witch King, you had to have 2 undead commanders. There are only 4 undead commanders total in the entire, evil side right now. And so I, like many people, had a lot of tips for the Witch King expire before I unlocked more undead commanders. And so now they're making it 1, which I think is very reasonable. Just a bummer that I missed on that a little bit sooner, but hey, at least the game's progressing forward. That's all we can ask, so I'm very happy with that. Last one for the tavern is they added a lighting effect on the little button down here. If you watch for a second, it has a little light shimmer across it. That means I have tips that are unclaimed, so I can go here and see, yep, I have tips there. Awesome. Again, that's very minor quality of life, but it's a pretty solid one. So other than that, after tavern tips, we have other optimizations. These ones are, they're pretty solid. Number 1, they increase the reinforcement speed of new units added when reinforcing armies outside of your settlement. So if you don't know, a few updates ago, they added a feature where no matter where you are in the map, you can add new troop types. I could bring in some Corsairs here, for example. That was not a feature before. You had to go back to your settlement to do that. And it just took a long time whenever you were reinforcing. Now they've reduced that time, which is really, really nice. So that is that for number 1. I think I just actually got rid of one of my troop types here. We'll mess with that later. Number 2, Fellowship and Warband Leaders offline automatic abdication period has been shortened to 3 days. I'm not sure what it was originally, but it does sound like if your Warband Leader is inactive, they're going to basically have 3 full days to get back on before they are removed from leadership, so that if something comes up, your guild or, your fellowship or your warband does not come to a complete standstill there. So pretty nice as well there. Nothing crazy, but it'll be nice with that. And then lastly, there are 2 bug fixes, pretty minor. Number 1, fixed an issue with the way some language is displayed on the relocation interface. And number 2, fixed an issue with the camera angle when entering a settlement. I didn't experience this one personally, but apparently there was some camera angle issues when entering your settlement, I'm assuming in this view right here, but that has been fixed. So again, nothing crazy here. I think the Mathem Exchange and Respect item updates are the biggest things. I think they're very, very cool. Obviously, there's also a lot of news coming out about Season 2, and there's a lot of hype behind that, so that's kind of what everyone's focusing on right now. But again, I'd love to hear what you guys think about the Mathem Exchange and Respect items. Should they allow commanders, or should they allow tacticians to refund their gifts they've given to commanders they haven't unlocked yet, so they can focus on ones they want to get, since this wasn't a feature before? Or is it kind of just, hey, that's how it works, games update, things change, deal with it? So again, it would definitely stink if maybe you spent money like the day before this update came out and did, gave to other people, but that's how it goes. So again, we'd love to hear what you guys think. As always, if you want to subscribe to the channel to join our fellowship, that would be awesome. I post videos on the Rise to War anytime there's updates happening, or just other things in the game like guides and tips to help you succeed and have a good time in the game. So that is everything for me today, and I'll see you all in the next one.